Welcome to another edition of the FGA Report. I am Brian Smith, and I am joined by Chris Pearson of Orange Beach High School in Alabama. We're actually both going to be at the same place this weekend at the DR7 Sports 7-on-7 tournament in Florida. But right now, Chris is back in Orange Beach. Thank you for coming on the show, my friend. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
You play running back. You play in the secondary. You're 6'1", 190 pounds. You could probably play 3 or 4 different spots in college. How would you describe your style of play overall, regardless of offense or defense?
Very active, very fast, quick.
Okay. Do you have anything in particular that you would say is your staple move as a running back? I mean, I watched your film, and I'll put it up here on the board in a second so everybody can see it. But what would you say is your number one move?
Well, probably my stiff arm.
That's pretty much what I saw too. I saw a few guys get the raw end of that deal. So you got some pretty long arms, and you're a strong kid at 190 pounds. So without further ado, I want to ask you one other thing. Out of all the players that you've went against, what is it like playing in Southern Alabama, and who's the best guy you've went against?
Probably I don't even know for real. Well, it ain't too many good ones that gave me comp for real. It ain't just one guy that like just shut me down. It hasn't been one yet, so I ain't got one.
Okay. What about the ability to play in your offense? You guys play power football. You guys always play power football. What is it about your offense that makes it a little bit different in terms of setting that in? Like early in the game, defenses, they're energized, they're ready to go, they're ready to stop the other team. Do you notice like the other teams having the ability to do that earlier, and as the game goes on, they wear down a little bit after you hit them several times? Like you guys run a lot of power plays at Orange Beach. Is it you notice the difference in the second half with how they try to tackle you?
After a while, after me just running the ball, beating with my speed, most of the time I don't get touched a lot for real. But when I do get touched, most people go for my ankles, and that's a hard tackle on somebody who's 6'1". So most of the time I just slip off of them and like keep going.
Okay. Well, power football is something that's never going to go away completely. It's part of the game, and it sets up play action. And it's quite honestly the way that you can most easily beat a team because you just go straight ahead. But the thing that I noticed from watching your film is that even though you oftentimes start in the middle of the field, you would end up you give your stiff arm or whatever move you give, and you would end up at the outside and you would outrun some guys. And that also happened on defense. You had about 30 total touchdowns. You have a few returns for touchdowns on defense, like 3 or 4. Did you really have a preference on it last year? Did you like running the ball more, or did you like playing defense more?
I really didn't have a preference. As long as I was on the field, I was fine. Anything, for real. As long as I was on the field.
Well, that's the right answer, because football is a sport where it truly is the ultimate team sport. So it's incredible how much one guy can change the attitude of a team, though, especially when you're running downhill and smashing people. But I know that you've had the opportunity to do that for a couple of years, and you got one more year of high school left. So talk a little bit about your offers, like which school, or well, not just offers, who's offered, and like who else are you communicating with?
I just talked to Mississippi State today. Memphis offered, Coastal Carolina. It's a lot. It's many. It's a lot of schools talking, so it's hard. That's all. Remember the recent ones.
Yeah, man. It's all good. Promote yourself, man. Hey, if you're not going to do it, who is? You know what I'm saying? That's all good, man. The good news is you already have a free college opportunity, whether it's wherever you coastal, Memphis, etc., you've already got that opportunity established. That's pretty cool because most guys are not sitting in your shoes. I get phone calls, text messages, inboxes on Twitter, etc., emails. Hey, can you help this kid out? He doesn't have a place to go. I don't have a magic wand to help a lot of the kids in the class of 22. But I mean, the transfer portal and all that, I'm sure you've heard about it. That stuff's real. You know what I mean? So you're blessed and your family's blessed for you to already have at least an opportunity to go somewhere. That's really important. Real quick, you're going to this weekend down here. You're going to be playing with the team, Gulf Shores, that is kind of a new organization. But from where it was, I went over some of the roster with your coaches, and I watched film you and some other kids. The state of Alabama is just loaded with talent. And I think the greater Mobile area where you live, you're like 30 minutes from Mobile or whatever, where you live, give or take. It's incredible the number of kids that come out of there. And there's no one position. It could be D tackle, it could be corner, it could be quarterback, whatever. Is football like the only thing you guys really talk about down there as far as sport goes, or is there anything else that's important?
Most of us play basketball too, but really, we really get noticed for football. So
football is the thing. When did you first start playing football?
I was like 6 years old.
Really? Do they have like Pop Warner or Little League? What do they have down where you're at? What's it called?
Little League teams.
Little League teams? Okay. Did you get to play running back when you were younger, or were you too big and they wouldn't let you play?
I actually played receiver. I was playing receiver and cornerback.
Oh, okay. So you played wide receiver.
And then when I got
wide receiver and corner.
When I got in middle school, I started playing quarterback all the way up to my freshman year. And then we got a new coach, and then I stopped playing quarterback.
Okay. Well, I think it's worked out pretty well if you're getting opportunities to go to college for free. So I just remember I don't have my extra screen here. I can't really share my screen and do what I want with the film. But before I get you off here, I want to ask you this. What do you need to work on between now and next fall camp in August to take your game to another level, to make you, whether it's on offense, defense, overall, whatever it is you want to talk about? What makes you better between now and next fall?
My acceleration. I need to get that a little bit better. And my awareness.
When you say awareness, you talking about pass protection, or you talking about running routes, or what is it you're referring to?
When I got the ball, my vision, making the right cuts. So that's play a big part.
Okay. If you make the right cut, that very first one, and you hit it hard, I mean, it does change the play completely. The best running backs of all time, like Emmitt Smith, they didn't miss a hole very, very often. I mean, he's a guy who grew up kind of close to where you did. He's from Pensacola, and he's a guy I followed as a kid. But, well, Chris, I will see you this weekend, man. I appreciate you coming on my show. Stay on here with me just a second. Everybody out there, make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Chris and Gulf Shores is going to be down at the tournament I'm at. Going to have several of them on. I'm going to actually do a little podcast with some of the guys. And it's a lot of fun to talk to kids because you don't really know the personalities of somebody just by watching their huddle film. So like Chris is a great kid and somebody that's getting recruited by a lot of schools. And this is what we're going to do. So everybody have a great night. Thank you very much. Chris, I appreciate you coming on, man.